Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at characters who you might have seen but not really noticed and who might become important in the upcoming arcs of Blue Lock. Of course, all of you know and remember Corona, and Corona at the beginning was just a random character, like many other characters that we have seen in chapter 93, the chapter where all of the participants assembled for the third and last selection of Blue Lock. And like out of nowhere, Kaneshiro suddenly decided to give Corona a lot of screen time and spotlight, and therefore Corona has become Isagi's sidekick and actually biggest friend, as he sees Isagi as his friend that he wants to support, to bring out the best of him, unlike Kunigami, Yukimiya and so on, who see Isagi as a rival they wanna beat, and which is the reason they dislike working together with Isagi. So because of Corona, I had the idea of checking the characters list of Blue Lock, and there I noticed some interesting characters that we for example already have seen in the past, but never really noticed, and who might become very important in the future due to specific reasons or who already caused some noise in the past. Starting off the list does Ishikari, and Ishikari actually debuted in chapter 1 of the manga when he was seen as participant in the Blue Lock entrance room. Kiyora actually mentioned Ishikari besides other ace strikers like Nishioka and Okawa, and Ishikari is known as the tallest player in high school. He managed to reach the third selection as member of the 5th clear team besides Niko, Hayori, Nishioka and Saramadara, which is super cool. I can perfectly imagine Niko and Hayori getting the job done, while Ishikari and Saramadara played like kind of guards who protected them and took care of defensive roles, and maybe Ishikari even scored a header because of his height. I love the chemistry of the 5th clear team, and we actually saw Ishikari play during the 3rd selection when he joined Team A with Rin and Shido as the team leaders. And Ishikari was seen during the match between Team A and Team C, where Ishikari showed strength when Rin used his height to start Team A's counterattack. Ishikari was able to pass Rin's cross to Ario and win his duel with Tanaka. Unfortunately, Ishikari is only a sub in the current match between Best Munich and Ubers, which means that we won't get to see him play against Isagi. He would have been the perfect defender besides other Blue Lock players like Aiku, Ario and Niko, so maybe Kaneshiro missed a great opportunity here. I really hope we are going to see more of Ishikari, as he is for sure a player like Okawa or Nishioka that is very talented and that we need to see more often in the future. Next up is Akira Endoji, and Endoji was a member of the 4th clear team, where we only got to know Nanase better during the 3rd selection. And Endoji actually reminds me a bit of Hyuga from Captain Tsubasa because of his physique and the way he wears his jersey, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kaneshiro here just wanted to pay a small tribute to the Tsubasa series with this character. Endoji is currently a member of PXG in the Neo Eagles League, and maybe we are going to see him play with other members like Rin, Shido and Santetsu, but I'm pretty sure that he will just be a sub on the bench. Kyohei Shiguma was a member of the 6th clear team, where he was teammates with Ranima, Gagamaru, Tanaka and Raichi. And this team for sure might be the most bizarre team that managed to enter the 3rd selection. Like Endoji, Shiguma didn't get any screen time, and is also currently benched during the match between Best Munich and Ubers. But the reason why I'm mentioning him in this video is because he reminds me of Arone from Haikyuu, so maybe this character is a tribute to another big and successful sports manga. Next up is Shizuka Haji, and like for example Ishikari, Haji debuted in chapter 1 as well, and he was actually presented as if he was a major character, as he was very big in the center of the panel. Maybe Kaneshiro used to have major plans for Haji, but then decided to do something else, like for example when he changed his plans for Ario, who at first was supposed to be a random character, but then got a major role due to his character design, which Kaneshiro didn't want to waste. Nevertheless, Haji was a member of the 4th clear team, like Nanase and the other random characters, and later on unfortunately didn't have any screen time. Haji joined Spain and FC Barcha during the Neo Eagles League, but unfortunately didn't have any game time in the match against Best Munich and was just a random sub that got benched. And although his character design kind of looks interesting, I don't think that this time his character is supposed to be a tribute to any other project or work. Alright, let's move on to a character who I am pretty sure that we will see in the future. I'm doing this hot take now just based on his character design that impressed me a lot, and I'm very sure that there was a plan of him having a much major role in the manga, but then got dropped due to the favor of another character in the franchise. The character I'm talking about is Kiyora, and Kiyora is one of those characters whose character design just stays in your head as soon as you see him, and he actually is quite popular in the community because of that. although he has never been introduced in detail. Kiyora was a member of the second selection team with Chigiri, Baru, Nagi and Santetsu, which is huge. And somehow I do think that Kiyora usually was supposed to have the role that Corona now has. The role as Isagi's #1 sidekick, and maybe Kaneshiro used to have this in mind, but then decided to switch the roles and gave Corona the spotlight, because Corona also was kind of, let's say, not important at all before the start of the New Year's League, and kinda appeared out of nowhere and decided to be on Team Isagi during the feud between Isagi and Kaiser. There are more characters that could play an important role in the future, or who are just tributes to characters of other animes and projects, and I will do another video in the future about them if you are interested. Do you think we are going to see more of Ishikari, and what do you think about Kiyora? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, stay safe and have a nice day.